played first, and I'm kind of excited for this. Although I have played Sword and Shield multiple times now. And I know there's so many cutscenes, but that's okay. Welcome, one and all. Wonderful world of... Like, I haven't played this Pokemon in my whole life. Beautiful city. I was gonna think about dressing up as the water trainer cosplay thing I put together, but I didn't feel like it. So I have my K-pop shirt on. It has Saja Boys. I got this back like 6 months ago, and it was. I liked this one better than the one with the Huntrix color-wise. Did you want to rewatch that movie? Ooh, yay! Those alerts are working. Yay! And this is what, your 27th stream in a row? And I'm doing the Pokemon, their names after Vampire Diaries characters. And because there are 2 spin-offs for the show, I'm gonna stick to just the characters that appear in Vampire Diaries. If, like, Klaus Michelson made his first appearance, like, and his family in Vampire Diaries. Oh, 30th. Okay, I was close. Then I'm gonna not choose them for names, and then if I do themes off of like Vampire or the originals, then I'll use those things. And I'm also glad the alerts are working because I was playing around with those earlier. The text and stuff. Pokemon Sword! Well, I'm actually kind of excited about checking out the DLC because I never had the DLC for this before. I think I have to wait till at least I get to like the next area. Nap time? No! That means that I make you sleepy. And again, I do listen to people stream and I take naps, so there. As soon as I can, this character is getting blue clothing. Hello, hello. Is that your flash? Oh yeah, because it has British wording sometimes in it, like friend and or how would it mate and all that. He should be here any minute. Ooh. Is he gonna give me something? Maybe his Charizard, even though that would not go with our typing. Well, I do. The only thing I don't like about this one besides the cutscenes is I can't like actually like look around the room like we could in Diamond and Pearl. But I like being able to like fully look around. Well, actually no, we couldn't have done that. But like in ZA and Arceus and Scarvy where you can move all the cameras around. Hi! Okay, well, and then I do have to make sure I get in, I don't know if I'll do it between streams or during stream. Go into Pokemon Home and bring over my Lotad. Because I had a Ludicolo on the team planning, and that's a Sword or Shield exclusive. Oh, Water Mono Challenge, or any Mono Challenge, is when you play through a Pokemon game with only using one typing on your team. I did it. I just finished my first one last week. I did Pokemon Shining Pearl. And I had so much fun, I wanted to do it again. With water types. And they have to... I kind of sort of tried to challenge myself a little bit more, and I'll have it also with like dual types, so like each Pokemon on the team, water type, and with the exception of when Sabo will evolve into Inteleon, all the other Pokemon will also have a secondary typing. Just because that way I could cover up other weaknesses, but they will all have water typing, so it's the main thing. Yeah. And I know the first gym is grass, but if I manage to catch Magikarp and have it evolve to Gyarados by then, I should have a flying type move. So I do have my team sort of planned out. I have it in a notebook. I have actually 2 different notebooks, which are both right here. I have it in a Google Doc, so then with like when they evolve, what moves I would want them to have, held items. Like I went like all out with planning this time around. Yeah, because Magikarp to Gyarados is level 20. I think it said the first gym was like level pretty close to level 20. And I don't even care about over leveling. If I have to, I have to. If the Pearl playthrough was any indication, I'm gonna have a hard time just on the grass gym. All the other gyms should be fine. It took us cheating, well not cheating, but using non-water for 1 move in a... I'm not doing Nuzlocke rules, I'm just doing like keep making sure I'm using water Pokemon. I've never done like a full Nuzlocke, like where if they faint I can't use them anymore. Although I am nicknaming all the Pokemon in the team after characters from the TV show Vampire Diaries. And I'm trying to like pay attention to stats and stuff, trying to like train myself more into like the competitiveness. If I do a Nuzlocke, I have ROM hacks for like GBA games like Emerald and that I could, where it has like built-in Nuzlocke rules. I'm still gonna like catch every Pokemon that I like. Only the water Pokemon are gonna be on the team and nicknamed. All the other Pokemon are not gonna be nicknamed. But I am making exceptions for shinies. If I happen to find a shiny, no matter the typing, if I like it, it'll probably go on the team. I do want to go through eventually all of the Pokemon games using 1 type. And I've been trying to at least semi-plan out with based on like the starters, because I don't like to ditch the starters and just box them. They're usually like 99% of the time from when I pick them out to the champion battle on my team. And when I do the challenges, I kind of base it on the starter types, not necessarily just like water, fire, grass. I like looking at Scarlet and Violet or Scarby for example. Each starter has a dual type by the end. And one of the teams I sort of planned out that I liked the most was the Dark team, because I could still use Meowscarada, because Sprigatito is one of my favorite starters at Gen 9. And I've used it like 3 times already. And then Dark type I can use Low Kicks, which I don't think I've ever had a Low Kicks on my team. Yeah. Oh, I dropped the pencil. Looks good. And what else was on in here? That's not that page. I have it like all in here somewhere. If I did Dark, then I could have Murkrow, Crocodile, Snarl, King Gambit, and I like never have those on a team. So I figured if I go not only by like the main typing but also secondary typing for different challenges, that could open up to trying out different Pokemon for my teams. And I also do one where it's like only like Wonder Trades. Just having fun trying to challenge myself at the same time. I think that monster I had this morning is still kind of kicking in. Again, it was like a quarter of the way full. So I was drinking it yesterday too. Ooh. I actually also was playing, what was it? End of August last year, 2025. I played Shield on stream. And those VODs are like just going up on YouTube because I slacked off on it. By the time this is on YouTube, those VODs would have already been up. But I was just that one wasn't with DLC. This is with DLC. And I just wanted to try to do ones with like overworld Pokemon first, or like some option where there's Pokemon in the overworld. So I like looking at the overworld Pokemon a lot better. Although playing the ones without overworld Pokemon is kind of nostalgic in a way. I've seen people do different types of challenges on YouTube, which is what inspired the original, the last challenge. And I was like, ooh, those look fun. And then I was like, might as well try it. Sabo is crying. Now I feel bad for Sabo. I have to remember to name themes. Themes for the names. So if it's a boy, I decided I was going to name it Damon. And if it was a girl, I was going to name it Catherine. Because those are two of my favorite characters from Vampire Diaries. And I do want to get a Marini or Toxapex on the team. And there's a character in Vampire Diaries named Elizabeth, or she usually just goes with by Liz. And I have a coworker with the same name. And I was like, hey, I told her about it and showed her the pictures of the Pokemon's final evolutions, and she said if Marini is a girl, to name it after her, essentially. Okay, so you are going to be Damon. Well, I could also do Enzo, but I kind of do Damon instead. Damon and looking at him and telling him it's going to look funny. Thinking about it, would probably fit Enzo a lot. And how those characters are. Scarbunny. You know that's weak against weak against my Pokemon? And, oh, that means poor grass starter. Chespin. I need to do a grass. Or a Grokia. Chespin. Why did I think Chespin? Oh, Chespin is kind of cute. When I did this, like, normal team for Shield last year, I started with, I think it was Scarbunny. And I think my first playthrough of, I want to say it was Sword, when the original release. I'm pretty sure I chose Scarbunny. I don't think I've ever, I might have played this game through with a Groki. I don't remember. Next day. Please give me Pokeballs so I can go ahead and start catching Pokemon. Although I will only catch, well, I'll catch everybody. So he was gonna say, that you use your Pokemon to beat up other Pokemon, which, yeah, we kind of do that. Okay, he obviously has not seen any of my streams or, like, know me, because this is not my first ever Pokemon. Yeah, I was playing Legend Z yesterday off stream, because I wanted to stack up on Haban berries. Because you need those for the Kyogre and Groudon donuts. Which I got those donuts ready for the next time we play ZA. Which I feel like I might do Tuesday after I get home from watching Scary Movie 6. I'm gonna see that after work. And hey, no fair, he has 2 Pokemon. Yes, you unfair. not even gonna worry about growl because it only lowers your attack, and I'd rather lower your defense. Oh, more soda. I should have made coffee this morning. I hit that tomorrow morning. Let's see. He's probably oops. Wait. Oh. For a minute I thought we'd hide. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Yeah, I was. Okay, now I feel like I'm distracted because I was gonna look something up on my phone. And I totally forgot what it was because I saw a friend message. That is so bad. I'll keep my phone like right here. Ooh, water gun! Yeah. Well, this isn't what I was gonna look for. Okay, so we can fish pretty early on, and we need to fish in order to get Magikarp. And we'll probably stock up if we can in different water type Pokemon that way. Yeah, this should be one of them with the XP share. Usually, like the newer ones, specifically like what Sun and Moon onward, I think have auto EXP share. I know ZA does. No certain Scarlet and Violet do. I know one of the ROM hacks that I have downloaded do that. Or you have the option of doing that at time. About getting a Pokédex. Does this count as a Pokédex? It has all my physical Switch games in it, but it looks like a Pokédex. And I was gonna say a majority of the games in here are Pokemon games. That would be what. So I have one game in here, one game in the other Switch for my OLED, where I have the save from last year's, or would it have been last year? Yeah, last year's field playthrough. Cause I didn't get the Switch 2 until October, just so I could play the Switch 2 version or edition of CA. Just figured why not. Oh, it's there. I kind of like his shoes. Purple on it. Somebody's supposed to go in there. Oh, guess what we're gonna do? I don't know, but we should save it because of the game. And we don't know. Well, I'm gonna save, so then I know there's a save file. I might add in the load tab later on, like through Pokemon Home. Scorpion's actually kind of cute. He would be I feel like he would be perfect for a normal run. So I do eventually, if I do it, in Let's Go Eevee, do a normal monotype challenge. just because that way I don't have to box Eevee. And there's so many more water normal types than there are electric if I would do the Pikachu version. I won't be able to use Clover in this one. I know everyone. Those are like my two favorite Pokemon they have on the team. More Northern than Carbonite. But both good options. Another Squilbit. Yeah, would be surprised if there are water Pokemon in these woods. Hey, well, I'm following you up. I do like when you can name your rivals. When we did Pearl, we named the rival Light after the character. That was when I was still just doing like movie and TV characters before I settled on just doing the names on characters from Supernatural. And I had named the rival Light because of the main character protagonist of Death Note named Light. I guess it also depends on how you view, like, if you agreed with Light or if you disagreed with them. And this one is, I'm trying to think of what the Pokemon's names were. I know the ones from X and Y, Yveltal and no, isn't this one of them is Zamazenta. And that's all I remember. And that's only because I watch Let's Plays, well not Let's Plays, but like battle challenges on YouTube. It has pretty much any Pokemon available in X and Scarlet and Violet. I can kind of see the outline of the Pokemon. I do like the coloring. I won't be able to. I have to remember when it says Ponyta that it's not going to be a fire type, that it's going to be a fairy type. Whenever I see Ponyta, no matter what the game, I always automatically think fire type. But I have to remember this is Galar. So we'll have the Galarian. There's also Galarian Weezy, isn't that fairy type? Fairy poison? I think it's fairy poison. And I think Skunkfish has a Galarian Galar form. Ponyta has a Galar form. But I think Meowth has a Galar form. Isn't that when we get... No, I think that's when we get Berserk. Or Moose didn't even touch it. I mean, it... Yeah. It's stronger. Okay, give me a couple bucks. IRL, just because of work. Oh, there's like probably cranes. I'm kind of glad though I'm spreading these out and not just doing it all in one night. Did you see? I'll tell you, I'm glad that I'm not doing it as like a grind, because then I know I'm sick of it and then don't want to play it more. And if I just do it like this, like once or twice a week, I won't get bored and burnt out. Pocket money. Ooh. Can I have Pokeballs? After all, East or West home is best. Do we get Pokeballs? Yes, okay. We got Pokeballs. Let's do some changes here. Best, I'm gonna keep... Usually I don't have the battle effects on, but because ZA has them on, Arceus and Scarlet Violet, I'm just used to doing that when I'm streaming. I'm gonna keep auto... confirm. Okay. Oh wait, I do have a mystery gift. But I'll do that off stream. Because I don't think you'd want to see me get the Pokemon Pikachu. Oh, does Hop give us more Pokeballs? This is where I should get the chart out that I made myself, because it will tell me what Pokemon are available. That's for okay. We already got the starter. I have to see what route this is. Route 1, we don't have anybody here on route. That's a water type. Fliplo! I'm still gonna catch it, and I'll just put it in the box once we get to the next town. And if we were to complete the Galar decks, we would get the shiny charm. But I'm not worried because that's like a lot of post-game stuff, I think. Hey. There shouldn't be any water types in this area. Oh, except for maybe like once we get past the town, there should be a Choodle. Wait, did we like... Research lab. That's right here, right? Nope. Way down there. No? I'm just blind. Okay, you'd think with how many times I've played this game. This camp. Wait, this just old man's house. Hey, bye, dude. Good look. Okay, so shopping. Poke Center, which we can't get in yet. We've already been in here. It's over here. Dude, I just didn't go that far. Reached the goal and managed to find the Pokemon Research Lab. Yamper! Oh, I can't. Well, I don't use. I think Yamper evolved into Bolt something. I don't know, I hardly use it. Oh, I think I used him at... I don't remember what I had on my Shield playthrough last year. I did a grind of that. I think I beat it in 5 streams. And the last part, I don't remember what we all did in the last part of the Shield stream. All I remember is it was probably like a 7-hour stream based on how long the VOD was for that. So, long time. Can't wait to change Juggle Fruits. Music unit, more down here. Map navigation too. You bet. I know a lot about Pokemon. Route 2, I think we have... Unlock one for my phone. We can get a Pokemon in Route 2 if we have fishing. Well, we won't have fishing by then. Yes. Thank you for the potion. First, I'm gonna ditch my Blip Bug. If habits are back into me. I do like at least Restora's Shield. And I think technically Sun and Moon had it too. And Scarlet and Violet were, and ZA where the Pokemon Center and the Pokemon are one thing. Because then you don't have to heal and go back and forth, and it's more convenient when it's all in one. Of course not. And I don't think you need it. Bye. Well, first, if we're lucky and we can get like a thunderstorm or rain when we go to one of the wild areas, we can get dew powder. Although I am very picky, I want dew powder or dew powder arachnoid red. They have sticky webs, and that is an egg move, but I think it said you can get egg moves from raids as well. I can't buy Pokeballs yet. That's not good. So I'm gonna use my money on clicks. I think I can. Oh, let's change this. Can I like get rid of the top? Let's just do like a blue. Oh, I don't like strike. Can we do like a. Those don't really. Yeah, I like those. I'm gonna do that. I can kind of see the shirt better. I'm not gonna do that. We need glasses. We need to go all blue on this. Or black. Huh? I mean, I like the blue, but I don't like that blue at the same time. I don't want to do this. I want the actual cats. I'm gonna stick with the white hat. I want to put that hat on. Oh, we can take off. Okay. That works. I almost ran into a building there. Hey, Hop, what up? Yes, what's that? Annual competition? I think we have to battle him again, and then that's when you get the thingy to Dynamax. I think of the right gimmick for this region. I was gonna say Mega, but that's not this gen. It's definitely not Terrestrialization, because that's Gen 9, which I actually like the Terrestrialization. And I feel like because of ZA, I'm warming up more to Megas. Yes, she gave me Pokeballs. Yay, he gives them more Pokeballs. 20! Can you give me more than that? I'm changing and going. I want to at least have Sable to be a Drizzle, or Damon, they'll be Damon when we get to the first jump. I mean, as much as I would like Ricky to be on the team, there was water. I should do a, I was thinking about this the other day. A challenge where I only use certain colors in the team. But they have to be, not the official color. Like that's saying like on Pokemon DB or like the official Pokemon color. Like what I see mostly on that Pokemon. So like Snorlax is what kind of like tan and like a greenish blue. I would probably do like blue Pokemon. Or like if I had a Ditto, it would be pink Pokemon. Eevee like brown. Cerulege would probably be yellow. Or not yellow, blue. Even though it's like blue and purple. But I feel it'd also be based on the starter choice and what the starter's final evolve. So they don't always keep the same color as they evolve. Like their main color. Especially for shiny. Shiny colors change a lot. Like Magikarp, shiny is gold. Evolves into Gyarados, it's red. And that was for everybody's first shiny Pokemon. As long as they played Gen 2. You're just handed a shiny. And Shield, this is the area where you can catch Lothads. Oh, Choodle! That's a water type. It might not stay on the team, but we need at least another water type. And it is a boy. Okay, I think Jeremy was used for one of the Lothads, and so was Cat. So we could go Enzo. We could... Vampire Diary exclusive characters that are not originals or legacies. I mean, Alarg is technically legacies. With what happened to his actor behind the scenes, I don't think I want a Pokemon named after him. There is. I could do Tyler. I feel like I'm gonna name it Tyler. I could good math. I'd rather have Tyler. Yes. Come on, Tyler. I just want to see what the explanation would be. Oh no. I should probably heal if I'm going to battle. Just to be safe. Huge strong come. We just caught a cheetle. Not very effective. We could have used Growl. Okay, for a second I thought it was going to be like 1 HP. I'm like... No, Damon's if Damon keeps this up, he'll definitely evolve by the time we get to the first try. I think Growl will really come in handy then. I'm gonna beat Hop, but I'm gonna beat you. No, you're not. Flipper. Wait. I'm checking it in Pokemon Go just because I know that's the quickest way for me to check. Actually, no, that's not. Just gonna Google it. Oh, I thought for some reason Blipbug is the one that went into the Vehicle Vault when it's not. It goes Dottler or Beer. Okay. I kind of like that it's Nickey because it kind of looks like a thief, and when you're going to acquire something not using a proper way, you're kind of like nicking it, so it's like nick it. Makes a lot of sense. Oh, that here. Oh no, I'll go first. Okay, what goes defense? I'm assuming we are still defense. We are a special attack. I remember from my notes. So moves like water gun would help a lot. Woohoo! Pause, but okay. I will unravel all the secrets of life. Nope. Oh yeah, because Sonia's your granddaughter. Magnolia, because all of the professors are named after trees. Most of them. Except for the Scarlet and Violet, I don't think they're named after trees. All I remember is the memes that came out on TikTok when Scarlet and Violet were announced, and the difference in professors. They were just calling it mommy and daddy. I think I have a TikTok of it somewhere saved. It's just too funny not to have that saved. I mean, considering how long I've played Pokemon, I agree with Leon that there are still a lot of things I don't know about Pokemon. Well, not that I don't know that I don't have it memorized. Like, I do want to get better at knowing like what Pokemon has what dex number and their stats. Pretty much. Those are the things like I'm trying to like make myself do better on. And I figured by doing these challenges that'll help me figure out some things like that. Oh, your Pokemon down with water. Let's see. The reason I'm on Beetle is because I learned every battle I see. I mean, I've been learning from every Pokemon battle I see on YouTube for the past like year. Even though I've been playing Pokemon for at least 25 years. No, I definitely feel like I've been playing it before I was 7. Maybe when I was... Actually, I don't even think I had a Game Boy when I was 5. Game Boys weren't even out when I was 5. Game Boy Colors were. Closest I got to playing Pokemon when I was like that young was on the 60. I'd be playing Pokemon Stadium 1. I don't think I played Pokemon Stadium 2 yet. I very clearly remember playing Pokemon Stadium, the first one, and playing Pokemon Puzzle. Well, that one doesn't really count with type assets. And during Pokemon Stadium, they didn't have the special physical split until, was it Gen 6? Or Gen 5? I know they had it in Brilliant Diamond Shining. Oh yeah, that's another thing I'm trying to like remember more of is like the super effective type bonus or stab with the Pokemon. And I know we're special without looking because I have it written down when I planned the team that Sabol's line is a special attackers, and this is a special attacking move because it doesn't make physical contact, or you don't use the body doesn't like attack when you use that move. And it's also a water type, which is hard typing, and we got the type bonus. And lookity, I'm gonna keep Sabo out because why not? I did say I wanted to take down his whole team as well. Physical move. I did tell myself because when I was doing Shining Pearl, the Elite Four, I had like at least for like the last like couple the last like 3 battles of the whole game, I had like the trainers and like the Pokemon up on the side, so I could figure out what strat to do. Only because the one before Cynthia took me 4 tries to beat him. And I was like, screw it, I'm playing up the team. And I eventually got it. It didn't help that his Metachamp had pure power. Once I got that thing down in the Alakazam, got it. But that was fun. I think it did help because then I could be like, okay, okay, do I speed this? And I check, okay, I do, and all that stuff. And it did help that I had, who was it on the shell of Gastrodon, which we had named Dean, and the Diamond or the Pearl one still used Stealth Rocks, or no, or was it Barrel, which we named Sam? I think that was Barrel named Sammy. We had Stealth Rocks and B-Dance. Really feel that. It's shooting star. Let's make a wish. But not say it out loud because it's like a birthday wish. Say it out loud and it won't count. Can I just take 2 of them, one for each hand? Now I remembered I was gonna look up before what time I started work tomorrow. Just so I can remember. I think it's later. Well, yeah, I'll have plenty of time in the morning to actually make breakfast. I'm thinking French toast, maybe, or just do what I had today and have scrambled eggs and toast. Oh yeah, and I will have time to make coffee. That's the thing I was looking up for. Looking at my schedule for. And Tuesday, I get out pretty early from work, and then I have the movie ticket to see Scary Movie 6, which I was gonna see on Friday, but it's cheaper on Tuesdays. So, and you get free popcorn. And I might just say screw it and get like snacks or something from there. Like plushie or something. I do at some point, and I have the screenshots on one of the Switches, so like the inside of these houses, to try to build them in The Sims. I was wondering, like, that could be my Pokemon themed Sims build, is just build these in The Sims. Maybe. I was planning out like a like a Pokeball shaped colored like house, but it would not look good, and I don't want to deal with the round walls. And Dynamax only learns for 3 turns. Wait, if I remember this right, when you do Dynamaxing, like if you use like a water type move, doesn't it automatically make it rain? Or like do something with, depending on what type of move you use? Because that would really help my team, because I do plan on doing like a rain team. I think that's like the term. Because once I was gonna say catch Lotad. Once I transfer over Lotad, which I might as well just do that before we get to the train station. Okay, I'm gonna save it. Make this a short part for the YouTube recording and still stream, and then go into do other stuff.